guys, welcome back to another episode of Construction Simulator 2015, and as you can see, we are once again loading it on these brick pallets for one of my jobs. I actually started, I don't know if it was the last episode or the episode before, along with what I was hoping was going to be the new DLC apartment. Well... Turns out the reason why, if you guys watched the last episode, the reason why the apartment mission reset was because I didn't actually have the DLC installed. Go figure. So, yeah, I left a message on the Steam forums for the game. And one of the developers contacted me, had me send a bunch of logs and things like that, and they're like, duh, you don't... Well, they didn't say duh. They were like, you bet head... No, they didn't say that either. They basically just said, yeah, you don't have the DLC installed, so you are a giant derp. And so I actually went back. You actually have to go... if you... It's a free DLC. But you actually have to go to the page and make sure that that you install it. So it's kind of seems like some of the aspects of the DLC get installed, but then and there are there, but then aren't really there. So when you leave the game, it kind of resets those aspects, and it actually ended up resetting all the cargo that I had on this particular build mission. And so I just spent some time trying to get caught up a little bit. I'll have to check the missions. Actually, we can do that while we're trucking down the road. But I don't think we have... Oh, there it is. There's the new high-rise condo. So I'm not going to accept it just yet. And the reason why is I kind of want to do the factory a little bit more. It's like I've started that high-rise apartment building job twice, and I'm just like, I'm over it. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I want to kind of drop this stuff off, and kind of move forward with things. Hopefully, now that I've got everything installed properly, I will no longer have problems. I don't know what that sound was, but it was probably more disturbing than amusing. Probably more for you guys than for me, but... so anyways... Yeah, so... up to 102 episodes for Farming Simulator. I've got one left. I'm pretty sure 103 is going to be my last episode with Farming Simulator 2015 on Season 1. However, Gold Edition comes out next week, and we're going to embark on the next season of Farming Simulator. Season 2 I'm going to be doing on the Gold Edition map. And, we gotta order the crane. We'll just get the smaller one. Yes, of course. To the tower crane. So, yeah, it's, everything's, going pretty good. Getting excited for Farming Simulator. Hoping to see some more channel growth, through the fall. I'm gonna be doing a new giveaway, probably for Farming Simulator. We shall see. And, yeah, we're going to have some fun with that, I hope. We should have like a radio man or something like, okay, you got 3 more feet, 2 more feet, 1 more feet. Disconnect this cargo. Let's see, what do we come close to? It's a little bit more of a challenge doing it like this. This is pretty cool. I gotta say, I kind of like. I wish I could kind of lean forward and look down. Yeah, and I think forward to like when the Oculus Rift is released. The those type of capabilities are definitely going to be possible, uh, you know, for the Oculus Rift, and I think that's pretty freaking cool. I must say. Okay. Yay! Yeah, the Oculus Rift I think does support some physical head movement tracking, so that might be pretty cool. And you would actually be able to lean forward and and it should track my head movement. But the thing about it is like developers, like the guys that do construction sim, they would actually have to build in those capabilities into the game. So whether or not that were to happen, I don't know. Okay, why does it want me to pick that one up? Oh, now it turns the other one green. People keep asking me, are you going to be buying an Oculus Rift? I've said like a gazillion times, I am definitely going to be getting one. So that's pretty cool. I just ordered the new iMac for video editing. So that should be here in about a week. And hope to continue to kind of see my workflow improve with that, and so I can put out more videos. And because really the biggest kind of throttle, the thing that's slowing me down, is essentially the processing power for videos. Now I've got really good processing power on my PC. The only downside to that, and it's not really a downside, but the only thing with that is I don't really have any good editing software. Like I've got Premiere Pro on my Mac. Though I prefer to use iMovie, it's just easier to use, especially for gaming videos. I don't have to do like a bunch of super crazy stuff. I'm not editing a real movie, like a theatrical movie or anything like that. So, as far as that goes, people are like, why don't you get something on the PC? Well, what the heck? It's kind of one of those things where obviously money is a factor. Of course, a Mac is like a lot more expensive than probably video editing software, but my Mac's getting pretty old, so I think it's time to upgrade. And let's see if I can get in here. There we go. It's time to get an upgrade. I can sell my old Mac and still get a good, pretty good chunk of change for it. Or I could give it away to, family member or something like that. I don't really know anybody that, my family that really needs a Mac. Of course, everybody on my channel is going to be saying, oh, give it to me, give it to me. But no, I really need to kind of, try to sell it and, to continue to put that money towards making my channel better for you guys and for the people that enjoy watching my videos. So that's kind of the plan right now, and looking forward to implementing that as the fall moves along and we get into winter. Definitely not looking forward to winter again this year. Just the cold weather is just yucky, and as the song says, the weather outside is frightful, and my farts, they smell delightful. Wait, no, maybe that's not that's probably the wrong song. So I don't know, because I don't think my farts are really that delightful. Unless you enjoy the smell of like a rotting pot roast on a hot sidewalk in the middle of summer, Okay, everybody's unsubscribing now. They're like, Brad, you just crossed the line. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Let's see here. All right, where are we? But yeah, I'll just be glad when spring is here. Now today, yesterday and today, what is today? The 24th? Yeah, October 24th, 2015. And yesterday was really the first day. I mean, the leaves have been kind of changing for a while, but yesterday has really been the first day where they've really, really been changing a lot. And they're really pretty. And, I kind of enjoy that part of, the season, but then much beyond that, once all the trees are once all the leaves are off the trees, it's just kind of, sad and depressing, and, the trees are kind of not dead, but dormant, and, they might look dead. And, it's just kind of a cold, sad, lonely time of year, I guess, outside. So, for that reason, I kind of don't really look forward to it. But, Christmas will be here before we know it. I know I say this every year, but I'm going to try to do some of my Christmas shopping a little bit earlier this year, because I really waited until the last second last year, and I kind of don't want to do that again this year. So I'm going to try to get that done a little bit earlier. But I can't really think of like anything that I want for Christmas. There's probably things that I need. But, like stuff that I want, I don't know. I probably want some new pairs of underwear and some new socks, and, I wouldn't be opposed to like a Steam gift card or two, But, yeah, I mean, there's nothing I'm like dying for or anything, dying to have. I was talking with somebody somewhat recently about like a PlayStation 4 or an Xbox One, and I'm kind of peeved off a little bit, because I guess now I don't own a PlayStation 4, so this could just what is it with the concrete not filling up? Now usually the concrete truck was able to keep up with the pumping, but not anymore. I guess with PlayStation 4, in order to get the online stuff now, you actually have to pay like a $50 fee every year, kind of like, with Xbox, what Microsoft did with, I don't know, what the Xbox Gold or whatever it is, Xbox Live, I guess. Matter of fact, I was talking to somebody today about like Xbox, and I hadn't booted up my Xbox literally since the quote flood of 2008, which I'll tell you about that really quick. But I literally had not booted up my Xbox since this summer, or even tried to since like 2008, and of course it didn't work. I got the blinking rings of death or something like that, which I've been told is very bad. So I'm pretty sure it's effectively dead. I've tried taking it out and blowing it out with air and, stuff like that. Nothing's really seemed to work. But, the only purpose of me doing that was I was like, well, I'll go and trade it in somewhere and see. And then I was like, ooh, maybe if I try to trade it in, it'll, they won't check it and still give me the credit for it. But I honestly don't think that that's going to happen. So, uh-oh. I gotta get in here, turn that off. Pull that forward. Maybe I'll just try to fill this up a little bit more, as long as it doesn't go on the ground. Okay. Ooh, we're kind of getting low on concrete there. Okay, so okay, what else? Okay, I'm gonna have to get that off. I'm gonna have to go and get something, right? Oh no, just have to clear the. Oh, I just have to clear the area of lay concrete pump. Oh, there we go. Okay, small clay bricks. Bling, 2100 XP for that. Let's see here. I was just thinking about something. I also wanted to show you guys, since I kept not being able to show you in the last couple episodes, now that I have the DLC correctly installed, here is this tipper. It's the half pipe tipper, holds I think 35 tons or 25 square meters of dirt. Ow, my back. Man, it feels like something stung me. Okay, anyway, probably not. Oh, no. All right, flatbed truck with crane. Again, we're just going to teleport. In order to save time. So yeah, I mean, if you guys were wondering about the Great Flood of 2008, day after Christmas in 2008, so it was December 26th, I was laying in bed, my alarm had gone off, and I was just kind of in that stage where, trying to wake up so I could get up and, take a shower. I would set my alarm and then, you kind of lay in bed, you hit snooze, I did set my alarm, but, my alarm had gone off and I, hit the snooze on my alarm on my phone. And, so I'm, laying in bed, and the next thing I know, I hear like this ding, 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 ding. I'm like, what in the world is that? And now, at the time, my sink faucet in my kitchen kind of had a drip to it, and just sometimes it wasn't bad, but like every once in a while, maybe something would change in the atmospheric pressure or something like that. And it would just cause kind of like a little bit of water to trickle out of the faucet, and it would it would ding off the aluminum basin of the faucet, or of the sink. So you'd kind of hear like a ding, 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 and it would be done. And now, but not this time. It was like, and I'm laying there, and I'm like, thinking, oh, I'm gonna have to get that faucet. I'm finally gonna have to climb under the sink and get the faucet fixed and whatnot. Well, wasn't quite that simple. Wait, what am I doing here? There we go. Why am I shaking around? So yeah, it wasn't quite that simple. And what ended up happening was there was a pipe not in my unit, but my neighbor's unit upstairs. It had actually broken. It had probably frozen because it was I think it was really super cold that day, I think. And the pipe had broken, and full bore water was gushing through. Full strength, no holds barred. That kind of stuff. And the night before, I had actually baked some cookies. I know. I baked some cookies. No, it's not what it seems. It's just like you get the cookie dough stuff in the tube, and you scoop it out, and you put it on a pan, stick it in the oven for at 350 degrees for 15 minutes or whatever it is, and voila, you've got some chocolate chip cookies. So I thought, at the time, I had my own business. I thought, for the guys that worked it for me, it'd be something kind of nice. I'll bring in some cookies for them, So I baked some cookies, and I just had the pan laying out because it was like really late by the time I was done. And so anyway, I had the the cookie pan, the big flat like baking pan thing out on my countertop, and so I started hearing like splashes of water, like serious splashes of water, and I'm like, oh no. Now I had had water problems with the neighbor previously. Usually it was like an overflowing toilet, which was always gross, or I don't know if we had actually had like a water leak like this before. Not that I can really recall. It was usually like overflowing toilets or something like that. So I'm like, oh, no, that's the first thought that went through my head is, oh no, we've got another, water issue upstairs. So I jump out of bed, I run into the kitchen, and immediately, I'm in bare feet, I'm stepping in cold water, and I'm like, oh God, this is not good. So finally get the light on. I look up, and my kitchen light is actually filled with water. And I have this other light fixture, and I actually have a picture of it. I'll see if I can remember. I'll try to remember to throw a picture of it in. I actually took the picture about 40 minutes after I first discovered what was happening, and the picture really doesn't depict the full flow of water that was coming through the ceiling. But it was basically like if you go into your bathroom, and you turn on your bathtub faucet full on. That's essentially what it was like coming through the ceiling for roughly 30 minutes, 40 minutes or so. So I'm freaking out. I run upstairs, and actually our associate, I live in a condominium, so it's kind of like an apartment or a flat. But you own your units, but luckily our condo president, he lives upstairs, not right above me, but upstairs in my building. And so I ran up, knocked on his door, and I'm like, we got a major flood. And I started banging on my neighbor's door, and unfortunately he's disabled and he lives by himself, and so he didn't really realize what was going on. And I'm like, we got to turn your water off now. And he's like, well, I'm getting ready to do laundry. And I'm like, you don't understand. I was like, I've got, water gushing into my apartment. And so I just kind of like went in, and, I knew where his shutoff valve is, because his place is essentially exactly the same as mine, just on the upper level. So I shut his water off. I go downstairs, and it's still gushing in. And actually, it's gushing in through the roof of his laundry room, and it's essentially spreading out on his linoleum floor. It's just spreading out everywhere and coming down in different places in my house. And so, anyway, I'm like, we got to get the main turned off because it didn't stop. And so nobody knew where the main was. We had to get the maintenance guy out. He got there about 30 minutes later. Meanwhile, I'm literally having like a nervous breakdown because, for very, very, very obvious reasons. And to top it all off, that fall in like late October and November, I had redone all my flooring. I'd pulled up all my carpet myself, and I actually installed hardwood floors, all by myself. And, so basically all that, whoops, I need to unstrap the other thing. So basically, the water is flooding in, and it's ruining my hardwood floors. I mean, 30 minutes after this, literally there's about a half an inch to an inch of water covering the hardwood floors in my living room and my hallways. There's about an inch or so of water in my kitchen, laundry room. It's seeping into my cupboards, which were already starting to warp. But yeah, the hardwood flooring was just warping, and you could see it bowing up, and I'm just like, this is not good. And so the maintenance guy for the units finally gets there, and they get it. He gets it. They finally figure out where the water main is, and it's kind of in a hidden place. And so he gets it turned off, and the water stops. And I am just beside myself. I ran down to like Lowe's, which is kind of like a Home Depot if you're not really sure, and bought like a wet dry vac and just was sucking up as much as I could and dumping it outside. And it took hours. I was on the phone with this. Oh, I can't even remember the name of the company, but they come in and they take care of flood damage and stuff like that. And so they came out, and this is like 6 or 7 hours later, because they're like, there were a bunch of water main breaks and stuff like that. So there's apparently people all over the place, all over the city, kind of had the same type of issues with water. And so they came in and they set up a bunch of dryers, and I mean, just that was like $1,000, to have them do that. So they had to leave the dryers there over the weekend. I think the 26th was a Friday, and so I think they came back Sunday evening, and so it was like $500 per 24 hours to keep those things going. And they're like, no, we have to have a minimum of 48 hours because if mold forms, you could sue us and all this other stuff. So it was $1,000, maybe it might have been a little bit more, $1,100 or $1,200, I don't remember. And it was just a nightmare. And so when they came, they were essentially stripping up, their job. Oh, look at this! Would you look at that? Okay, where do I have to get stuff now? Big roofing tiles. Do I have to put it up here? Oh, I see. Wait, what? Why is there one cone up there? Okay, there's another cone there. Oh, so I basically have to put them anywhere in the area there. Okay. Let's see what we have jobs-wise right now. Warehouse, small. Still don't have that big apartment building. I think when we get DLC jobs, though, I think it actually says DLC on the job. I can't remember if it does or not. It seemed like it did, but I could be wrong. So yeah, it was a nightmare. My ceilings were ruined. They had to tear out like basically all the ceilings except in this room that I'm in right now, my computer room, which I didn't have any computers in there at the time because at that time I only had like a laptop. I think I had 2 laptops, but yeah, I didn't really have the computer stuff that I did. And luckily, this was like the one room that was spared any major water damage. And so anyway, yeah, we got a contractor in. It took about a month just to get a contractor in. So in the meantime, I'm living in my house with, concrete floors in the middle of January. And it was, I think, like the second week of February, I finally get this contractor in. Oh, wait, I need to teleport. And get this contractor in, and they start, tearing everything out, tearing out the ceilings, soffits, cabinets, all kinds of stuff. They screwed my couch up. I had like this. I still have the couch, but they kind of damaged some things on the couch, which they never paid for. I mean, the whole thing was just an absolute nightmare. So so I'm living in a hotel at this point. It was pretty nice. It was like a suites. It was like a nice suite hotel. When I say suite, I mean like SUITE, not. It's totally sweet. Not that kind of sweet. And, yeah, so I'm living in this suite, and, every day, or, if it might have been like every 2 days, I would go and I would check on, the progress that was being done. And, they put true to their word, they got the ceiling in the first, in about a week, about 7 days of, 7 days of actually working. So it was like a little bit over a week. They got ceilings in, and I go down and I check on these ceilings, and The ceilings looked like they had been installed by a third grader. They were horribly finished. The soffits in the ceiling, like I have these like square soffits that have like air ducts in them. They were like 18 inches down from the ceiling. Now I'm a tall guy. I'm 6'4" tall. Okay, and the soffits were so low that I could literally just lean forward and crack my head on the corner of one. And I called up their main contractor guy, like my contact, and I was like, you got to come out here and see this. And he's like, no, we're redoing everything exactly the way it was. And I'm like, no, dude. I was like, I've lived here for over 10 years. I know exactly how it was, and this isn't it. I got pictures. And so I sent him like the pictures of the soffit before and the soffit after with their crew. And he's like, well, I'm sure once we put some paint on it and get it, he's like, it's not finished yet. They still, I was like, yeah, if they finish it like this, it's going to be wrong. So I'm trying to tell you now so they don't screw it up. So he comes out when I'm not there, of course. Or supposedly he came out. He never really said that. I never really had any proof that he was there, but he told me he came out. He's like, yeah, it was wrong. So they rebuilt it a second time. In the meantime, they got the ceilings were so bad they had to tear the ceilings out again, and put new drywall up a second time. So they do that. They get the ceilings wrong again. They get the soffit wrong again. The second time, the soffit wasn't even square. It was like just embarrassingly rectangular, or not rectangular, but like, I don't know. It just wasn't even. It would be coming down from the ceiling 11 inches on one side and 14 inches on the other side, and it just was just ridiculous. I mean, you could stand 5 feet away from it and tell that it wasn't level. So I'm like, this thing is not square, and he's like, oh, it just looks that way. Once they have it all finished, it's going to look fine. And I'm like, I was like, you get your butt out to my home and you look at it yourself. And I said, if you look me in the eye and you tell me that this is square, then I'll go along with it, just for fun. But I said, you're not going to be able to do that. So again, he says he's going to come out and take a look at it. So the guy says he comes out. I never did see him there. I even told him I was going to meet him there, and never came out to the house. Oh, back up. And it wasn't. So third time they tore it out, and I go to my house. Oh yeah. I'm done here. I am done here. No more things to pick up. So yeah, they came out to, they go to try to repair this thing a third time, and they got it wrong again. But that time they'd put paint on it. They'd actually painted it up like, and I mean, it was so embarrassingly bad. I literally just about had a coronary trying to contain my rage and anger. And on top of that, I had like this really nice lamp in my living room. It was like a little, we call it a sconce lamp, but it's like a thin tower, like a thin pole with like a light on the top of it. There was glass and everything. Well, apparently they'd been using this lamp, my personal, the nice lamp I had in my living room. They were basically using it as lighting. They didn't even bring their own lighting. They were using my lighting to light up, to do the lighting for inside, the kitchen and stuff as they were trying to tear everything out. And it was so, what had essentially happened was they knocked it over. They shattered the lamp. They shattered the glass. The main mast, the pole for it, was broken. And I called him up and I flipped out. I was like, the ceiling looks like crap. I can see the drywall patches. It's kind of like this mesh, like a plastic mesh. I guess it's called drywall tape if I'm not mistaken. But it's actually kind of like this plastic. Go. Oh no, I'm not going to make it. It's like this plastic tape. It's almost, in a way, it kind of looks like the stuff that they put on a cat. You know, when they make your cast, like if you break an arm or something like that, it kind of looks like that material. And I'm like, you guys have paint up over this stuff, and it's not even finished. I was like, this is embarrassing. I was like, we're done. We're done. I was like, send your guys out here. They're gonna pick up. We're gonna pick up your stuff, and you guys are done. You're fired. I don't want to hear anything. And then he's like, well, you owe us like $8,000 worth of work. I said, I don't owe you anything. I said, you destroyed my couch. You destroyed my lamp. God knows what else is wrong. And I said, and the ceilings are still going to have to come out. Oh, shoot, I forgot to unbuckle the load again. I said, the ceilings are going to have to come out again because they're wrong and they're not finished. And I said, I have pictures of everything. I said, this is embarrassing. And meanwhile, this is like 2.5 months I'm going around and living in a hotel. 2.5 months. And so I finally come back, and I tell him he's fired, and I'm just about ready to, I didn't know what I was going to do because my insurance, for one, didn't cover all the damages. I was lucky that I had the amount of insurance that I did, but I didn't have, the coverage that I was supposed to have because the laws changed in my state, and my due to that law, my insurance company, they were required by law to automatically upgrade my program, my insurance for, essentially the same price. It was just, the policy. So I essentially had like the minimum that that I could have. And what's going on here? Okay. So I'm glad I had the coverage that I did, but they only covered me for like a certain period of time, and I'm, on the phone with my, I'm racking up like a $3,000 hotel bill, even, if it's a suite, even though it's a suite, it's a nice suite, I was on monthly rates, and, the hotel was kind of accommodating on giving me discounts on the, even on the monthly rate. So that was very, very nice of them. Comfort suites, I can't say they really did a great job and kind of kept me sane in a way. But, they still, I was running up to my limit on how much I could spend on, continued hotel stay. And so they, I finally got a contractor in there who seemed like he knew what he was doing. And actually, I had found out he had worked on another job for someone else I knew and did an absolutely amazing job. And, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Get the hook out of there. Oh, my gosh. Oh. Okay. Oh, we got teleported back. Did all my other equipment get teleported back? No. Let's see. Where's my flatbed truck? Hopefully it's not in orbit. Oh, it's just across the road. Let's see. Let's see what we got. What do we do? What do we build? We built this. Oh, nice. Oh, I can almost run up to the house, but I can't quite. All right, so there's our house that we built there. All right, so let's see what jobs we have next. Hopefully we have... Oh, come on, man. You're killing me. Still no. Okay, so we're going to have to wait around a little bit for to get the next job. And hopefully we'll get that apartment job, because I probably should have taken that now that I think of it. But oh well. Okay, so let's go and we'll just buy that other... we're going to buy another... we'll buy another lowboy, because I think that's what is required to pull the tipper trailer, half-pipe trailer around. And we'll go hook them up and drive up and get some dirt. Try to pay attention and make sure that we get the next job. So, I hire this new guy. They come in, he's like, wow, this is really bad. And I'm showing him all the pictures of the stuff, and he's like, yeah, that company is not really that great. And, he's like, we'll get you taken care of. We'll have you, it's going to be about 2.5 to 3 weeks. And I'm like, okay. And I'm just like, I got to stay in this hotel another, it's 2.5 to 3 weeks. So, and true to his word, they finished up the job in about 2.5 weeks, under what they said, 2.5, 3 weeks. It actually turned out, really nice. And then I had to order new cabinets for the kitchen, and they did all that too. And it looked absolutely amazing when it was done. But I never ever want to have to go through something like that again in my life. And I would never wish that on anybody. People that, go through tragedies like that, it's, always kind of sad. But anyway, glad to get that off my chest. So that's kind of the full story. So now you know exactly what happened. That was like the worst Christmas gift ever. And it was a very expensive Christmas present too. So anyway, let's get on to more positive things. So Assassin's Creed, what is it? Syndicate was, came out. I guess it came out for the consoles yesterday. It was supposed to come out for the PC yesterday, but I don't know. Either I dropped the ball or missed the email or whatever. It's getting pushed back to like November 17th or something like that. 19th, I don't know. Sometime in the middle of November. So that kind of ticked me off. I've been, reading fairly good reviews about it, but now I'm kind of mad about it, and I don't even really want to play it now. So it's like, I don't know. So I'm kind of bummed out about that. There's, the next game that I'm really kind of looking forward to is Fallout 4. What I've seen of it so far looks really good. I don't know if it'll be good. I don't know. Hopefully it'll be better than Metal Gear Solid, The Phantom Pain. And I've come to a conclusion with Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain. I no longer feel the need to play it every day because, the tactical part of it is good. The story is confusing as I don't know what. I think it was IGN or PC Gamer, or I think it was IGN or something. They gave it a 10 out of 10. And in no way, shape, or form is that game a 10 out of 10 game. Now, if you like Metal Gear Solid and you think I'm a butt plug for saying that it's not a 10 out of 10, I'm sorry. I've grown up playing PC games. I've seen the good, I've seen the bad, I've seen the ugly, and this game has a lot of good elements, but no idea how those elements are being implemented. It's really embarrassing, and the game is convoluted. It's a mess. The control schemes are just bizarre in some cases. There are some really good aspects of the game. I will not deny that. The graphics are good. I mean, I'm not going to say they're bad. There's some some of the graphics in the game are awesome. The only thing I really, really like about it is Quiet. She's a hot babe. I'm not going to deny it. And I'm not going to deny it that Quiet is okay. Never mind. I'm not going to go there. But yeah, it's just for a game. I mean, I got it for free. I'm not going to complain too much. I got it for free when I purchased my video cards. I actually got 2 video cards, so I got 2 copies. I gave one away to a friend. And I mean, it's just a mess. So I haven't really been playing that lately. I've been playing some Prison Architect. You guys may have noticed that I started a new series on Prison Architect. It's a lot of fun. I actually find myself going to sleep at night thinking about what I'm going to do next in my prison, which is a good thing when you have a game that kind of engages you to the point where you're thinking about it, and you're staying up late and you don't want to go to sleep because you're thinking of these new strategies. Those are elements of a good game. Metal Gear Solid doesn't really do that. It didn't really do that. I probably stayed awake thinking about how hot quiet was more. No, I'm just kidding there, but I don't. I wasn't really thinking. Sitting awake, like thinking about it, like I would with Elite Dangerous or 7 Days to Die, or even Farming Simulator or Construction Simulator to some degree, or Euro Truck Simulator. So, I don't know. Let's see, have we gotten any new job things? I didn't see anything pop up, but let's just take a quick look here. No, looks the same. Close. Alright, well, I guess I'll just take this guy back to the... Oh, new contracts are available. Yay! Alright, what do we got? Please have something good. Mansion and pond. Oh, man, just nothing good. Gardening. What is this all about? Murphy family. Drive a small excavator to the construction site. Get 1 container for material. Excavate the marked area. Excavate the marked area. I can't see how long these individual jobs... Gosh, that's a lot of excavating. Container... I don't know that I want to do that. Go back here. I mean, there's this big apartment building. That would be a C. Cooper family. Okay, I'm just going to accept this one. And let's get in our roller here. We're just going to transport this guy up, teleport him up to the construction site. Where are we, by the way? Oh, there's the other apartment building we built, right over there. So anyway, there's not really many games out. I got Farming Simulator coming out next week. We've got the only one I'm really excited about is Elite Dangerous, the Horizons add-on. So if you guys aren't currently invested, oh, there we go, in the Elite Dangerous, it is probably going to be a bit more of an expensive buy-in because you'll have to buy the original Elite Dangerous plus the add-on. And I don't know if they're going to have like a bundle that's going to include the two. I would imagine they would, but it seemed like it would be pretty expensive because I mean it's already like $50 as it is. It's £39.99 British pound. So, and I don't know that they've given away Steam keys yet. They said that they were, or I thought that they were going to try to integrate it somehow with Steam, and so that because it is for sale on Steam. But I didn't buy mine, through Steam. I bought it directly from the company that makes the game, and so I don't really know. I can imagine through Steam they'll probably have some deals, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see on that. But anyway, that's coming out where you'll actually be able to land on planets and explore the surface and stuff like that, maybe find some alien artifacts, who knows. But that's kind of like the only thing, aside from, I don't know when, Star Citizen, the Squadron 42, which is like the single-player campaign for the game, not the Persistent Universe. Originally, that was supposed to come out this fall. I don't know what the time schedule is on that. I have no idea. Hopefully it's out soon, but I kind of thinking now it's probably going to be sometime in early next year, but who knows. Still no word on American Truck Simulator, though the latest I've heard said it's not going to be this year. I think the the guy in the know is, what is it, Squirrel, or the Squirrel's Nuts? I think he just goes by Squirrel now on YouTube. Last I heard from his channel was I don't think it's going to be this year. At least that's the impression that I got. So I don't know. I think it's one of those issues where, we already have Euro Truck Simulator, and of course they're trying to add a lot of new elements to American Truck Simulator as well. And so I don't think they want to release a game that has fewer features than Euro Truck Sim, even though it uses the same engine. And I can understand that. I mean, they want to do it right, but a lot of people are chomping at the bit to get something out, and I think that they're just afraid that if maybe they launch something that is not feature rich, fans might get pissed and say, oh, SCS is robbing us, or it's a crappy game and whatever. And that's the way things go these days. I mean, people rip things apart for no reason. It's like even on Facebook, it's like you can't even have an opinion anymore, because there's always going to be somebody out there who agrees with you so vehemently that they threaten you. And I mean, that's just unfortunately the way the world seems to be going these days. And I try to kind of rise above that and try not to hold a grudge, but you get when people troll, it can be hurtful. And I kind of try to let that stuff just shed like water. I don't really put too much stock in it, but I mean, there's people out there, they get pretty messed up over it, and I kind of feel bad that the world, the internet world especially, is kind of become a place that just thrives on that type of behavior. And so if you guys do that kind of stuff, just don't, because I tell you, man, life's too short to worry about trolling people and being a jerk. It just is. I would much rather be having fun playing a game, or having fun with you guys, or doing videos or whatever, and being positive about things than being negative and stuff like that. And I mean, it's okay to criticize things. Don't get me wrong. If I've got if I'm going to criticize something, I'm going to try to be constructive about it. I'm not just going to trash something. Even on this game, I've said, there are aspects of this game that can make it so much better, or even Farming Simulator. I mean, I play the heck out of Farming Simulator. It's a game I like. It's a game I would love to see Giants implement some new features on, and I am going to give a critical opinion of certain aspects of the game. And I'm not trying to be negative when I do that. I might sound a little bit negative sometime, like last year when the chipper wasn't working right, and it's like people were in denial that it was, no, it's you doing it. It's like, no, it's not me. I'm not an idiot. Well, maybe about some things, but not about this kind of stuff. And, it was wrong. They got it wrong. And they finally released a patch that mostly fixed it. Now it's, I think with the 1.3 patch, it's mostly, fixed. It's very usable now, and I don't really have any bad things to say about it. But regardless, I mean, you should always, be critical and, let designers know if there's an issue, or, if there are features. I've actually recommended features for games that have been implemented before. Not many. I think I can think of one off the top of my head. Oh, there we go. Ooh, look at that. All right, turn that guy off. That sounded wrong. Ooh. Oh, dude, I leveled up. Yay! A new public contract. Yay! Ooh, that was quicker. I didn't think I would get there in this episode. Okay. Let's see what it is. I think I can even do a third job now. Ooh. An investment in the future. Well, that's an easy job, it looks like. What is this? Investment. Let's go ahead. I'm going to accept this contract. Okay, so we got to talk to the foreman. Let's go ahead. I don't think I'm gonna need. Well, wait a second. Let's just go into the small excavator. Yep, there we go. Because I think the foreman is going to be up here. Oh, hold on. Crew. Yeah, I can hire another foreman. Yes, but I've only got 2 workers. So now I can do what? Free site. Oh, so both of these guys are on site because I've got 2 jobs going. Okay, so he's free, meaning he's free for another job. So now we can accept 3 jobs. So let's check out this foreman here. Where is he? Wait, is he at the job site maybe? Construction site 2, that's it right there. Okay, let's go to construction site 2. There he is. Okay, what is this gonna be? The head of the building department just called me. In the context of a new education initiative, a new school building is planned. The old school building has already been torn down. Okay. Yes, I heard, but where will the children go to school in the meantime? They are planning an interim solution nearby consisting of portable buildings specially equipped for this purpose. However, we need to prepare the site before we can place them. Okay, I'll get to work. We don't want to be blamed for any delays. Okay. All right, so we're gonna have to flatten this area, or kind of a weird shaped area. Okay, so where's the roller? The roller is here. Let's teleport the roller to construction site 2, which I think is like down the road and around the corner. There we go. And we will roll this out. How am I doing on time here? Okay. That is so awesome. I'm so glad that I finally leveled up and can finally do some more public jobs for you guys. They don't pay much, or at least this one doesn't. Uh-oh. Oh no, I'm slipping. This. Gosh, we've already got like almost half of what we need to do done. Okay, that's about halfway. Okay. Let's see if I can roll this backwards a bit and do like that. And we just have this little bit to do here. Whoop. Okay. Okay, now I'm just being sloppy because I kind of want to finish this job. Oh, there we go. Okay. One large generator and what else? 2 portable toilets. Okay. So let's see. This guy is going to go back to the home base. And then we have a truck. Where's our other low boy? Oh man, don't tell me. Oh, okay. We got this guy. All right. Outriggers. Actually, I'm gonna have to see how we're doing on time here because, oh yeah, we're at an hour, guys. Wah. Well, at least we finished up one job. We got we leveled up. We got a new public job. In the next episode, we will start off by picking up where we left off. We'll use this truck. We'll get the. We'll go over and we'll kind of, now that I know how to fold the walls down on this truck, we will use that to get hopefully all the stuff over to, oh my gosh, over to the school, and so we can get that finished quickly. And maybe there'll be another public job after that. Maybe we'll have to build like a big school or something, which I think would be pretty sweet. So, so thank you so much again for watching, guys. As always, do not forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and hit like. Let other people know you like the video. Share if you want. Doing both helps my channel out tremendously. If you're interested in buying this game, I have an affiliate link down in the video description. So, moving forward, you should, if you're interested in this game. I do have an affiliate link. You can save a ton of money on it. I think right now it's about half the price that it is on Steam. So really cool stuff. Definitely check that out. Is it Shift? There we go. There we are. There we go. So we'll come back. We'll buy all this stuff, and we will see you in the next episode, guys. Thank you so much. I'm Brad M73. This has been Construction Simulator 2015, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now, guys.